Welcome back, my faithful Legionnaires, to a very long-awaited episode of GTA 5 mod review slash showcases. Now, I know it's been a hot minute since we've done an episode, and I do apologise for that. But I had to move, and my computer just doesn't like to hack it some days. But blessing the gods that it is working at the moment, so we are going to do an episode. Now, if you clicked on the thumbnail, you know what we're doing. We are doing none other than the Telltale's Batmobile, and in accordance with that, we are in the Batmobile, the Batsuit itself. So, without further ado, let's hop inside the faithful Nissan Titan and mosey on to the car. Now, it's not too far away, just because everything seems to like to despawn on me. It is literally just there. So, there we go. Now, first of all, before we move on too far with the episode, I would like to say thank you for the overwhelming response since I've been away doing pretty much nothing because nothing's been working. But we are up to 200 subscribers, well, over 200 now. I think we're up to like 206, so thank you for your support in this absence. Now, without further ado, we will move on to the Batmobile itself, and then we'll do a brief touch-up on the Batsuit itself. So let's get into our cinematic mode. Now, all things considered, I haven't played the Telltale Batman game all that much. I've played a little bit of it. It was alright, but the Batmobile was very cool in it. So, it looks like it is straight out of the game itself. It has some very nice features inside. It keeps up with the look of a Batmobile. So, I'm very pleased with that. The canopy does open too, which is very nice, I have to say. And there's only one little funny thing with it. He doesn't get in through that way. He gets in like how he would a normal car door. So that's rather amusing in my books. Now, coming around to the back, sorry Batman, it does have some nice afterburners there, and they do function well as well, so that's cool. Now, you do have some nice stuff on the inside of the canopy as well, very Batman-esque. The nice computer there. It does make me think of how a Batmobile would actually look, a mildly police car-ish, if it was in the real world. I mean, maybe take away that cassette player there, but some drink holders, a computer, a bat symbol at the back there. It's something I would have personally. Personally, I prefer the Zack Snyder's Batmobile. That is my favourite Batmobile, and I do want to actually get it built in real life for myself, so that way when I'm cruising around as Batman in the Batmobile, it looks awesome. Now, functionality to this car or mobile is very good, a very nice handling, very fast, as you would expect from a Batmobile. So we will show you some of that as we're moving forward. Lights are functional, afterburners functional, so it is a very functional Batmobile. So 10 out of 10 for that. Moving on to the next part of this episode is the Telltale's Batman suit itself, and this is from Season 2, if I'm not mistaken. I do have Season 1's Batsuit. I just don't want to use it. It's not personally my favourite. I prefer the second one, which is this one here. It's just got the bigger ears, more armor, and it looks an absolute treat. And the cape is functional as well. It's much better than the cardboard that we get. Now, it is still cardboard-esque, but it has a bit of a nice wind effect when the wind blows, so that is very cool. Now, enough on the suit. Leave your comments, actually, on the suit. What you have is your favourite one in the comment section below. I'd love to know what your favourite Batsuit is. Fuck off, plane. Now, let's hop inside the Batmobile, and you'll see how he gets in it. I'd rather have a bit of a laugh at it. So, the canopy opens, but you'll still hop in from the side. But that's okay. Now, see, there we go. It's got very sports car-esque sound, but that's alright. There we go. There's those afterburners. Now, we're not going too far up and down the runway just because it's not a long runway. We could always go to the other runway, but we prefer this one. This is our little one. Look from the inside. So she's very good at handling, does some good little doughies. There we go. And cue the lag. There we go. Now, I'm not going to push it too far because we've the episode so far, so I'm not going to push it too far. And that is a very nice little shot there. I would probably use that as the thumbnail, but I probably won't go for that as the thumbnail. I'm pretty particular of how I have our thumbnails, so yes. Anyway, let's hop out of the Batmobile and close out the episode.
Hours later, a few minutes later, a little longer than a few minutes later. Then, by sheer coincidence, the next morning, montage. The next morning, many tic-tacs later, flashback, and a flashback. The very next evening. Moments later, more moments later, one semester later, graduation day. 15 minutes later, several months later, thousands of tears later, 16 paranoia-filled days later, 6 hours later, later that same evening, several days. Tomorrow for sure. Eventually, day 2, day 3, day 4, 3,000 whoop-whoos later. Soon after today, many hours later, 75 years later, 4 to 6 weeks later, 1 minute, 37 seconds later, 1 debt to society later, 1 pair of pants later, 12 o'clock midnight, 1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Few moments later, 1 eternity later, 3 days later, 12 seconds later, 3:28 a.m., 8:01 p.m. The next day, meanwhile, at the Krusty Krab, 10 seconds later, 346 minutes later, much later, 3 days later, opening night, extremely annoying shift later, 2 very boring minutes later, lot of boring math later, 24 hours later, 1 week later, 1 long angry line later, 72 hours later. The following Thursday, 5 minutes later, 24 hours later, much later.
And there we have it, Legionnaires, outside of the Batmobile from the Telltale's Batman series, next to our Faithfulness and Titan. Now, I don't know when our next episode will be out. I do hope it will be soon, so thank you for your support, Legionnaires, and we will see you in the next one. Oh wait, before I forget, if you want this mod and the Batsuit, they will be in the description below as per usual. It has been a while since I've done it, so I'm a little out of practice. I do apologise. But yes, Legionnaires, I thank you for your support, and we will see you in the next one.